Hi there. Welcome to All You Are, Aya. My name's Jamie, otherwise known as Permanent Pilgrim. It's July 2024 and I'm making this little video in preparation for the process of planting the seed, which is All You Are. Now, this seed has been specially designed to be very well adapted to the new operating system which is now anchored in on our planet. And Aya, All You Are, is being freely gifted to the worldwide Rainbow Gatherings movement. It's expected that Aya will give a new dimension to those gatherings, at least the gatherings where it's present. It's expected that through their contact with what we do, with what we are, individuals will be able to better discover, align with, express and realize the path they need. All You Are is about assisting people to live visionary lives where their own creativity is in the engine room, where their creative visions are the driving force. So, All You Are, we're going to be building fully functional vision factories, fully functional dream factories, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. So, All You Are, Aya, we're about being able to better harness the self-evolution energy which is so well facilitated by the Rainbow Gatherings movement. How do we do that? The first thing to describe is that at each gathering that we are present, we will need our own area, and in that area our challenge is to build either a dome or a roundhouse, some kind of construction similar to that from local natural materials. And whether it's the roof or the walls, or perhaps best would be both, this construction will be made of 3D cells of honeycomb. So the shape of honeycomb cells, so little spaces, honeycomb spaces, all interlocking with each other. Yeah, so these cells of honeycomb, little spaces built into the construction of the dome or the roundhouse, and these spaces are very important for what we do, and I'll come on to that. Now, it may be different exactly how we do this in each location, in what country we're in, the culture, the expertise available, the materials available, and that itself is a beautiful thing, a new dimension at each gathering. So, why do we build these honeycomb domes, these dream factories, these vision factories? We encourage those coming to the Rainbow Gathering, or those coming to engage with us at Aya, to take a kind of pilgrimage on the way. It lends itself very well to, for example, a week's walking or riding a bike or however it is that you undertake before you arrive. There are other ways of doing it, of course. What we're looking for is approximately a week, longer if possible, but a week is a good time to take this pilgrimage, this journey to self. And during that time, to not have any external noise, to really be in a position, in a place, in a state where you're allowing that vision to come in. And really this is allowing like a raw idea, or often some inkling, some idea that you already have, which is kind of remixed and remodeled, repurposed to better fit your future path. So there's lots of language out there that would, you could talk about this as being a vision quest or all sorts of things. But that's what we're asking, that you come in, you take this journey before you arrive, and when you arrive you will be gifted one of the cells, one of the honeycomb cells, which is a 3D space. How big it is or exactly how it is will depend on how it's gone building it and what we've built it out of, and all sorts of variables, of course. But you'll have a cell of honeycomb, and you'll be asked to express your vision creatively and put that expression into the cell. Now, I mean, it could be all sorts of different formats. It could be something that you paint. It could be a piece of writing, poetry, music, whatever it is. It's about crystallizing and distilling that vision down into your creative expression, and in it goes into the cell. And there it will be housed for the duration of the gathering. What happens at the end of it, I don't know, we'll come to that. But it'll be housed for the duration of the gathering, and that's your vision, and it has its place in the totality of the dream factory. This is your imaginal cell. This is your beginning of a visionary life. So imagine, you've got individuals coming in off their little journeys to self that they've taken, their vision quests, and they're expressing the vision that they've been connected with, and having their expression being housed in our vision factory, Aya. Now, the space of all you are, I do personally envision as being, a place which is more for the individuals to have the space to work creatively, but it also lends itself to becoming perhaps in the latter stages of a gathering, of becoming I suppose at the full moon as well, it would lend itself to becoming a performance area. So if you can imagine these cells full of the visions that have been expressed, and music being played, the drumming, whatever's happening, and this is symbolically, and this is really practically intensifying the manifesting power of our vision factories. The vibration of that, made of natural materials, Ingo, all of the visions, all that, as I said, self-evolution energy going in there, and it's all connected as a whole. You're creating a beautiful piece of art in itself, but something which really works. Now, some other things to say in this video, I don't want to go on too much. Honeycomb is important in a lot of different ways. It symbolizes really the potential of the whole, where each cell is in fact unique. That's common to any kind of honeycomb structure. It's also important as an algorithm. It's important that the distance between the cell is minimized between the cells. If you think about these as imaginal cells and being linked together, that distance between them is minimized. And this is also important because, and this probably be a controversial aspect of All You Are, but we'll be building a presence in the virtual world which will help to deliver those visionary lives for the people who've come through our process. Of course, rainbow gatherings are wonderful pilgrimage destinations. Coming to Aya, being able to decompress and crystallize the experience that you've been through on the way, and to do that at Rainbow, I mean, what a wonderful thing. We will always respect, we understand in my interactions with Rainbow now over the last few years, understanding how important it is that the presence of technology is not really there, or certainly minimized. The only thing we would have to do is at some point to sort of log and document the visions, and basically document them, record them, which may involve taking photographs or filming or loading up to some kind of database or whatever it is, but that would have to take place at some point. So we want to develop a virtual application of Aya, simple application which is a platform through which individuals can make the connections, receive the resources, receive whatever is necessary to live those visionary lives, to make those visions real. I mean, there's a beautiful connection between the natural world and the virtual world, which is All You Are, which is central to All You Are. People go through a process where it's a raw idea, and anyone who's walked on a pilgrimage, well, not anyone, but lots of people would tell you that it doesn't take long going back into the world after the pilgrimage is finished for that raw idea, that raw vision to become, the waters of it to become muddied just by, trying to exist in, how does the Rainbow call it, Babylon, isn't it? So the beauty of being able to document those raw ideas, those raw visions, and to keep that with the the contact details of the individual, and we've got the idea, we've got it in its pristine, pure state with all the power within it. And the long-term plan is to have that application working so that we can resource individuals to follow the path of their vision. in what way would that happen? Well, most visions do take some financial resources. Most artistic pursuits take some kind, resources, including the financial. It may be connecting people with the like-minded individuals, the tools, the space, the focus, the life situation. There's all sorts of different aspects which could be extremely important for someone being able to live their particular version of a visionary life. And that would be built into the core values of the application and of All You Are itself. How to allow individuals who are coming into contact with Aya to be supported in their lives, how to become the highest expression of their self, and in the elevation of work, aligned with passion, aligned with vision, the elevation of work to mean life purpose. And that is the ultimate goal of the All You Are project. Aya will always be accessible to all, and it will always be about assisting individuals to follow their dreams and embrace who and what they really are. At the moment, the focus is on getting things off the ground. In the future, we imagine, when it takes off, at some point it will have to be modelled. It's not really something to be looked at the moment, but if there's an organism out there which is having resources coming through it, then that needs to be modelled. And the two that we've looked at so far being that were most suitable would be a benefit corporation or a private foundation, one of those two. But those decisions are for later down the line. So Aya and the supportive structures that it will come in with it have the potential to have a profound impact personally, socially, and on a planetary level. It can definitely bring in a new dimension to the Rainbow Gatherings movement. It's something which looks back as well as forward. And now, for the next few years, is the time to really ground it, to plant that seed. I'm expecting things to move quite quickly. I know that this is supported in a lot of ways, and I'm expecting along the way, over these next months, to start building a team and start connecting with people who really see the possibilities and are willing to invest themselves in that. It's a time to plant the seed. It's a time to ground all of this in reality and to really enjoy it along the way. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you in 5.